Good morning. As you can imagine, this is having a really big impact, Jake. We know that the University of Washington, for example, was the first large university in the United States to cancel in-person classes, and that affected 50,000 students. You know, a lot of schools thought they would be back after spring break. Well, spring break was over this week for many students, and they're still at home. It has been a logistical nightmare, if you can imagine, because students were forced to evacuate campuses very quickly across the country with all of their belongings, and then some students didn't have cars or they couldn't travel. And it has exacerbated inequalities here because some students are already struggling with getting food, much less figuring out how to afford to stay in college during a pandemic. And as the educational experience changes for students, there's just a lot of uncertainty about the job market for upperclassmen right now. I talked to a student from here named Leah Cahan. She came home from the University of Oregon after getting notice that her school was closing. And as a junior, not only is she worried about getting an internship, she's also worried about what happens when she graduates.
I think with the job and internship search, that's kind of my biggest worry and fear right now is that a lot of places that I applied for either have canceled their internship programs now or they just kind of stopped responding altogether just because obviously I think seem to be the first thing to go when a business is really struggling.
More students are also growing frustrated, especially with these tuition costs, because all of their classes are now online. We are seeing more petitions from students across the board, even at UW, asking universities to cut tuition since students won't be able to do things in person, like go to their labs or meet with professors. Their entire educational experience is now different. And online classes, we know, typically cost less. But research also shows that online classes are typically less effective as well. Colleges also have big challenges on their hands because if they're not able to support their students, they could lose their students for good, Jake. So as you can imagine, a lot of shuffling and trying to make changes going on for colleges, but college students really have, they're in a pickle too. Yeah.